You guys, the new 2025 Lincoln Navigator is finally here and we're gonna take it for a drive today. But the big news is this beautiful black label is now finally coming to Canada. Yes, I know you, my US audience, has seen, heard, maybe driven the black label, but Black Label is finally coming to Canada for this new Navigator, and these are all Black Label specs. I'm gonna show you, then we're gonna go for a drive. This color is Sunrise Copper and it's only available on the Black Label. So when I was at the reveal last August, I was so bummed that Canada wouldn't be getting this, but here we are. And now we are going to get this because it's on the Black Label. Another thing specific to the Black Label is these copper accents on this spec that you see here, which is the atmospheric theme. We get these huge optional 24-inch copper accented wheels on this, and then you see this copper badging along this. This is the atmospheric theme. There's three themes: invitation, enlighten, and atmospheric. And the atmospheric one is the one that gets the copper accents. Let's talk more about this back end. It's all new. This whole design of the Navigator is new for 2025. And so is this. They're calling it a split gate. What it means is that the bottom half of the tailgate is separate from the top half, which is cool because several reasons of why it's cool. It's clamshell style, so the stuff you have back here, groceries or whatever, is going to stay put. It's not going to come rolling out when you open your rear tailgate. We also have quite a bit of room behind the third row here. This is not the long version of the Navigator. We have household plug and a 12-volt and two USB-C chargers back here, a light for tailgating, and this does have the optional cargo management system, which you guys may remember from the Expedition. So we can tailgate. We can also click this in here and we can use this as like a seat back. Cargo management system. Also tailgating. Also table. So you could have a picnic, which is what we did out in the desert today. Very cool. So the top button will close both. All right, let's go for a drive. This is a twin turbo V6 with 440 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque, mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. If you get the tow package, it can tow up to 8,700 pounds. And of course, it's a luxurious drive. It is so comfortable and smooth. We've been driving the hills outside of San Diego today, and it can handle the inclines, the curves, everything with ease, and it is these seats are crazy good. Lincoln seats are always good, like even on the Corsair, but the Navigator is like next level. And you guys will see how the panoramic screen works with this steering wheel. My vision is straight ahead of me, above the steering wheel. Then I see the driver display on the big panoramic screen, and then I see the road in front of me. So it acts kind of like a head-up display. And the oval steering wheel does take some time to get used to. I will say I just had the Nautilus at home a couple of weeks ago, and same thing, same setup, the panoramic screen with the oval steering wheel. So it does take a little bit to get used to, but truthfully, when you buy a luxury car like this, there's always going to be a few things to get used to, and then you're just going to love the drive. Big news for this new Navigator is the 48-inch panoramic screen and display. So we have driver display, information or infotainment, which is controlled here, of course, and then we have three widgets which you can customize. And I think I just showed you how to do that on the Nautilus not too long ago. Really, really cool. And then there's a lot of settings here in this screen. So our seats, our lighting, our digital scent, our rejuvenate, all of that is in here. We also have a ton of apps, more apps. The Blue Cruise system is new, the 1.4 on this new Navigator. I love Blue Cruise. Used it on the highway many, many times. It's even improved for 2025 on this Navigator. Push button gear selector, and then we have our hazards and our drive modes. For drive modes, we have normal, excite, conserve, slippery. Steering wheel shape is really unique. It's like an oval, but it's designed for me to see over the steering wheel, over the screen, and the road for safety. So that screen, that driver display is kind of like a head-up display. But as you can see, there's not a lot of hard touch buttons on here, and I need to lower the steering wheel. So if I were to drive this, I would need to lower this. So I press this, and then you'll see it on the screen, and it's like a haptic design. I can even adjust the pedals from this, the mirrors, and I'm going to adjust the steering wheel. So I select that. Now I can just use this little thing as a button, and I'm going to put it right down here because I want to see over the steering wheel, over the screen, to the road. That is what this design is for. It's up and out, looking up and out. Then I have my sensor for Blue Cruise that is watching me when I'm on the highway. So that's really important. In the Black Label, we get a different little configuration here, wireless charging, 2 cup holders. These materials are all different based on what theme we're in. And then same with the colors, the different leather, the different combinations of leather and wood and micro suedes depending on what theme, combined with what exterior color you select for your Black Label. It's really phenomenal. I do like the screen. I will say we drove it on the highway today, and it took me a bit to get used to my navigation being that far away from me. Okay, yes, the Black Label is a 7-seat configuration with this center console. Other trims of the Navigator you can get with a bench so that you can seat 8, but we have a ton going on back here. We have a rear center console with cup holders, remote controls for the TV screens, wireless charging, little screen where we can set our seat heat, cool, and massage. And then we get Lincoln branded headphones. On the screens, we have HDMI and USB-C cables as well. We can even open and close the sunroof shade from back here, which is great. We have a household plug. We get some more cup holders in here, which is fantastic. And we even have a center storage in here. It's huge. It's huge. And this is in my driving position. So I'm 5'1" and I am sitting in total comfort, as you can see. These seats are just crazy, beautiful leather, quilted, heated, vented, beautiful micro suede headliner, and very, very detailed speaker covers. They are laser etched. They're beautiful. I will show you a close-up. It's just very comfortable. I actually got picked up at the airport in this to come to the hotel. Got to ride like $1 million as a passenger back here. So because we don't have a center pass-through in this spec, we have to use the power tilting and sliding seats, but it is really easy to do so. And third row is also leather in the Black Label. We even have heated third row seats in the Black Label. And I have big vents back here, which I appreciate on this warm Southern California sunny day. I can also do, oh, that's tilted, reclining, third row, power, 2 USB-C chargers on both sides, as well as 2 cup holders on this side and 1 cup holder on that side. Of course, with Lincoln's boxy shape, we have Plenty of headroom back here. I am only 5'1", but I have plenty of space. I also have an elevated view from back here, so I can see. I am taller than the second row. I can see out the front. I have a huge third row window. I really appreciate the amount of space and view back here. So much luxury to love in this Black Label Navigator. What do you think? I mean, we've got a Revel Ultima 28 speaker sound system. We have such gorgeous interior specs. I love this copper sunrise color. Love the panoramic sunroof and the new digital Lincoln experience. The cool panoramic display combined with steering wheel. I think I mentioned it would take me a bit to get used to. It took me a bit to get used to with the Nautilus when I had that for a week at home as well. Well, let's talk about price. So in Canada, the new Navigator starts at $125,000 with this Black Label starting at 148,000 Canadian dollars. In the US, the Navigator starts at $99,995 with the Black Label starting at $116,495. So luxury, full size. You can get an L, which is even bigger, longer, more cargo room. With the tow package, you're towing 8,700 pounds. A lot of functionality, a lot of status comes with this Navigator. It's a classic, it's luxury. Let me know what you think. Please do subscribe. We'll see you guys soon.